Life Corner. My name is Sheila, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about neurodivergence and the amazing people that help them thrive and grow and live day in, day out. Um, so those that know a little bit more intimate know that usually our topics revolve around different neurodivergent diagnosis, symptoms management, so a little bit of everything, right? And we also have other videos on the channel if you're more into the like cynical comedy and shorts. There's a couple of those as well. And there's actually a repository, and I would like to continue to work on that one. I really have to discipline myself on that one. But there is one playlist that has amazing people that are on the autism spectrum, and what amazing lives they lead. I'm so sorry, guys. I live in the South. My allergies hate it down here. Actually, my everything hates it down here. But they say that home is where the heart is, and all of the hearts that are important for me want to be in North Carolina right now. So we're here. I'm just giving some time to any of the new subscribers or any of the regular subs that wants to jump on the chat or wants to jump on the like. Just giving them some time so they can catch up. Lately, I've been doing mine a little bit late, so I might go back to my previous window of time if you guys like it better for more engagement, because it gets boring to listen to myself and my cat who's back there, heaven knows doing what. But yeah, so today we're going to keep talking about quiet trauma, right? And where we last left off was kind of like compassion fatigue and how quiet trauma happens to a lot of children, because as we know, parents are not perfect, right? Let me see if I can get some light back in here. Man. Ah. Oh. Yes, that's a lot better. Now I just need you to like stay still. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Nope. We are definitely having well, infrastructure difficulties. Anyhow, so let's get back to. So last we left off was compassion fatigue and how with everything that is happening right now, it's very easy to suffer compassion fatigue because it seems like everybody is experiencing their own personal crisis. And if you're like me, if you're an empath, if you're a highly sensitive person, you feel it times 1,000, times 1,000,000, and you just want to help and fix everybody, and you just can't. That's not possible. It's not sustainable. It's not realistic. Listen, I've even found myself dusting off on you. Well, you guys are not going to see it obviously because it's going to be. But this is Democracy at Risk, the the whole 2025 project. Like, this is the stuff I'm reading. This is how much I feel like people are in crisis and shit is just convoluted. And my ADHD does not like that. I don't like change. My ADHD does not like change. And my paralyzing anxiety does not like change. I am always terrified. I'm the type of person that needs to peek behind the veil and know that everything is going to be okay. Let me throw it down to the chat for a little bit just to throw a shout out. So I see Mason67. Hi. I'm having a so-so day, but that's neither here nor there. It's not your fault. I do during the day in my normal life work in child protective services. I'm also an autism specialist. And I deal with people on the spectrum day in, day out. So it can be a little taxing, but thank you so much for asking if I was having a good day. I hope you're having a lovely one. Where are you from? Where are you joining us from? Oh, I am completely sure feel the eagles fly. Um, yeah, I don't think the eagles would actually agree with you. If anything, he's the reason why a lot of people are on Xanax or stronger. Because, yeah. And I'm from the 80s. I'm a Gen Xer. I remember when that asshole was a joker um, wrestling with Vince McMahon, who was going to shave their heads, all that dumb shit. And I'm pretty sure he diddled Ivanka. And if he hasn't, um, look at his track record. Pretty much every woman that he finds attractive looks like her. Just saying. Just saying. Listen, I'm a Gen Xer. You're not gonna get under my skin. I'm feral. We can have this conversation actually in a different video though, because this video is for neurodivergent people and the people that want to help them become better persons, better versions of ourselves. Not like you. I'm pretty sure you are pretty sad. It's probably the holidays, probably somebody in your family that you lost, probably to suicide. Ooh, couldn't say that word here, sorry. Well, unaliving yourself. So that might be why you're a little butt hurt. But that's okay. It's okay. Or you might like the butt hurt. So anyhow, let's get back to quiet trauma. So we were talking about quiet trauma, and this happens a lot, especially with firstborns, where children are early on parentified because they are placed in positions or they have been raised only by adults. They have not been given the opportunity to socialize with children their age. It could be domineering parents. Like in my case, my parents were very strict. So that definitely plays a part in my own trauma. So one of the things that I wanted to point out that and some of the symptoms that you're gonna see on somebody that has quiet or silent trauma, especially as they start going into adulthood, is a lot of fatigue, a lot of I need to sleep, I feel tired. And that is just your brain sending a very blunt signal that yes, you're in the path of healing, but your body needs rest. Your spirit needs rest. Your brain needs rest. And actually, resting for those of us that are minorities, it's a radical thing on its own because this Mayo people, the Red Hat crew, has no empathy whatsoever. So we got to think about them and their well being, plus my family and their well being, and how the MAGA crew fucked up my family. But I still feel for you because I still want you to have free health insurance and I still want your kids to have free lunch and free university and all of the good things that any other powerful nation has. So yeah, that can be exhausting. You're gonna do a lot of sleeping when you're doing internal work and when you're healing trauma. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. That's what your body needs. Listen to it. You're gonna notice, like me, a lot of like hoarseness in your voice. And that comes from not always wanting to say very, very, very bluntly what you would like to say. And when you have trained yourself to people please and mediate, there's a lot of silence that comes with that. And that creates trauma. And again, that's going to come out in your body one way or another. And that's why they call it the silent trauma, because a lot of the people that suffered this can be very highly functioning, can be actually considered highly organized, high achieving, high IQ, high EQ, and they seem to be all gas, no brakes. And we kind of are, because life taught us that shit, you got to take care of yourself. There's no white savior coming in a horse with the thing to rescue the damsel in distress. They're too worried about perverts making it into a bathroom, which tells me that they've never been in a women's bathroom, because any pervert that wants to go in there, try anything, he's gonna get beat. He's gonna get fucked up. Because have you ever seen ladies go by themselves into the bathroom? No. They'll occupy all 20 stalls, which is disgusting too. Like, I would much rather have one single bathroom. Anyway, I digress. So, when you're dealing with silent trauma, you're going to see people that are going to be very high achieving managers, leadership. They're the type that never calls out, never delegates, all of that. And they don't even recognize it as trauma because everybody applauds that type of mentality. Everybody continues to want to tell you to pull yourself by the bootstraps, even though that is physically impossible. I don't know which moron came up with that. But anyway, that's why I keep saying that us girls are the future. Like, listen, I am so much into the girls being the ones that are going to organize and actually get this shit together again that I even bought my niece this super cute book. It's called 20 Amazing Women Every Girl Should Know. And one of my favorites in there is Frida Kahlo, one of my favorite painters. She was definitely ahead of her time. My girl was way ahead of her time. But Frida was one person that made it through her trauma to the point that when she left this world, she left in the way she wanted, with her tequila, with her party, and on her own terms with her family and with Diego, of course, her Diego in her mind. So, yeah, silent trauma can mask very easily as high achieving, ambitious, she has it all together, she's an empowered woman. If you see one of these sisters tomorrow that never asks for help, tell her something cute, something nice. Just tell her, hey, your hair looks amazing. Love those nails on you. Love those shoes. What are we up to later on? Looks like you're going on a date. Simple things like that. Because honestly, the only way that we're going to get through this is by keeping our empathy, by pushing back too, and not submitting and being fucking sheep. But in a good way, by building community, having community pantries, having community libraries, do little things in your area. Get to know your neighbors, as simple as that. Make sure that you are voting locally. Who is on your board of ed that no longer exists? And all of that other stuff. And hopefully, at some point, when the little boys are tired of playing and they figure out that they needed all the people they kicked in the ass and all the people they put their thumb over or their foot on their neck, once it starts hurting for them, where there's still some hope, right? Just saying. Yes, is my natural color, and I am amazed that you can actually be respectful after that. So you get brownie points for that one. Maddie, thank you. Oh, you're from Saudi. Oh, okay, okay. That is a new one. We never had anybody from the Middle East join the live. So make sure, do all the good stuff. Hit the bell, hit the like, hit the subscribe, all the good things. Like I said, this channel is usually mostly dedicated to talk about neurodivergence and how amazing people with neurodivergent can be, and the amazing people that help them thrive and live and grow and all of the good things. So As as always, guys, I'm gonna start wrapping up. Thank you so much for all of the engagement. Feely Eagle's Eyes, just so you know, I'm from the area, Lehigh Valley right here, and most recently Broadheadsville before before my family and my wolf pack decided to move south. Ugh. So thank you for putting up with me. Maddie, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Keep sharing with your friends. We are building a very small community, but it's a very dedicated community. As always, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, lift each other, help each other, and hey, when people are giving you a hard time, push back a little bit. Just a little bit. Bye guys.